Asato ma sadgamaya tamasho ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya avir maedhi rudro yatte dakshinang mukham te namang pahi nityam te namang pahi nityam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are now at the last verse of this chapter. It's a concluding verse of the chapter, 10th chapter, and this is the last verse, the 34. So, what we have read before is this verse number 33 and 32 are the same thing. That means the universe is nothing but Brahman. That is the theme. The universe as we see as name and form, but this universe is nothing but it is Brahman. As this example is given again and again, that when we see the ocean, all the waves and ripples, we see the names and forms, and our total attention goes to the different shapes and sizes of the waves that we call big wave, small wave, bubble, ripple, foam. But this is nothing but ocean. Similarly, I see in this manifold universe, whatever I see, it is actually I am seeing Brahman, not recognizing. I am recognizing the name and form, and there we got stuck. And it has such a dynamic impact on us that it makes us feel this is the reality and nothing beyond. But this is the uniqueness of this Vedantic analysis, that it is not Brahman that I am seeing. In one sense, yeah, it is name and form. How this little ripple bubble can be the ocean. Yes, but you are focusing on the name and form only, not the content with which the water bubble, ripple and waves are formed. As we give the common example like that of when you are in the darkness, you are frightened with the snake. But where you are frightened, where there you are crying, weeping, or you are unhappy, or your heart is beating, but you have touched nothing but the rope only. There is never, snake never came there. But in your experience, that's very important. In your experience you have snake. Experience because deluded mind. The deluded mind, confused mind, projected something on something else. And that projection is so strong, we have forgotten the substratum. Rope has been totally gone out of the picture. But I am touching rope only. All my interaction, fear, and running away from the snake, etc., is only with the rope. So it is Brahman only. Now replaced with the snake as the word and rope with the Brahman. So at the foundational thing, Brahman, as the Brahman is always there. Whether it is in name and form or it is not in form, name and form. So today, as you are saying that there is, the ocean was very calm and serene, not much wave. But suddenly wave came. So it becomes calm and serene sometimes. Sometimes it becomes wavy. But to the total content of the ocean and the content of the waves on the surface is so limited, so negligible. That's why it is said that Attatishthad dasangulam, this universe and everything, it is only a little tiny part. It is insignificant part. Brahman is the absolute, the world is only an insignificant part of it. It is like a grain in the ocean or beach, sand. So this is to be understood that in ignorance, so will you say that it is existing, it is there or it is not there, Shunna or Ashunna? We'll have to say yes, it is Shunna because it does not remain the same way. Ocean, water is today one, another time one, in the same day, morning one, evening one. The world is changing, the name and form is changing. So it is not real. It is all false. It is, and in the ultimate experience, this world vanishes. And at the same time, it is not void. It is not shunna, but it is full. Ocean is full. Ocean is not void. So this concept was given before. Like that, they give an old example, which is very difficult to perceive the example itself. So they give the example in verse number 32 that it says, if you done a statue that is inside in the before carving in the stump of tree, there is a hidden thing, hidden god, goddess, or the image what you want to bring. That was there. But now, when it is not carved, where is that? So, when this world was not coming, where was world? World was inside. Inside it. So world has no separate existence without that stump of tree. So here is the question. This world is like that. It is like a pillar. Similarly, the universe remains in Brahman, in its pre-created state. The world is remaining in the pre-created state. Therefore, Brahman is not void of the universe.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Huh?
Leonardo da Vinci, the artist.
Uh-huh.
He actually said the same thing when he was like sculpting. He said that whatever he was sculpting, the sculpture was already in the marble, and he was just removing what was hiding it.
Right. It was there in there, only you are bringing out. But this idea is that nothing is coming out of void. So when that is coming out of the existing something which was it was not revealed and revealed. That's why it is a revelation. So anyhow, so those two examples have been given. Now this 34th verse, which is the last verse of this chapter 10, it says that describing Brahman as a state of emptiness and fullness, the book is being concluded here. But it says, Shomyambasi yatha bichi, Shomma ambasi yatha bichir, nachasti nacha nasti cha, nacha asti na nasti cha, tatha jagat brahmani idam, tatha jagat brahmani idam, shunna shunna padangatam, shunya padangatam. So what does it say? It is true that as Somma Ambasi, in a calm water, Ambasi means the ocean, as we are talking, in the calm ocean, Somma Ambasi. Somma means peaceful. Somma, hey Somma, oh peaceful one. Somma is the calmness, serenity is mentioned here. And bicha, bichihi, the wave, Nausti, non-existent. In calm water, there is no wave. When you go to the ocean, maybe that morning or that point of time, no ripple. But where is the ripples? Ripple is in the water itself. Sometimes it manifests, sometimes it does not. The snake is coiled up. Sometimes the snake moves, sometimes does not. That's a Ramakrishna example. Snake, when it moves and when it does not move. So, when it moves, we call the world, this created universe. When it does not, we call beyond, no world. No world means no movement, no manifestation. So, in calm water, there is no wave. Sommo ambasi jatha bichi na. Bichi means the waves, ripples. Sommo, when in calm and serene, ambasi in the waters, jatha as bichi na. There is no bichi, no waves, no ripples. Asti. Nacha nasti cha. It is there, it is not there also. Not there at one point, and it is there. Surface becomes rippled again. So we cannot say it is not there, and you can say not there. It is there, it is not there. That means it's a confusing word. We know if it is there, it is there. If it is not there, not there. That's our relative world functions that way. Are you here? Yes. You are here means you are not there. Finish. But this example is a very critical case, because the philosophy is shunno and ashunno. It is void or it is non-void. That's contradictory thing. How can they remain in the same place? That is the Thakur said, Nitya and Lila. Nitya means which is unchanging, absolute, all the time there. And Lila means when it makes a curve. That's why Shakta philosophy came there, who talked that this is the Shakti, manifestation. This manifestation is Shakti, power. So, nacha nasti. So it says in calm water, there is no wave. Yet, it cannot be said there is no wave at all. You cannot say there is no wave at all. But it is also, you cannot say it is there. When it is calm and no wave, no ripple, so that time we will say, yes, where is the wave? Where is the world? That's why we sing that song. That day we sang. The Makali is singing a song of Makali. Makali wearing a skull, no? Garland of skull. So the bhakta, the devotee is singing, "Oh mother, where did you get your skull? Because you are all the time there. But why did you get your skull when the creation was not there? Brahmanda chilo na jakhon mundo mala kotha peli sadananda moi Kali." Oh Mother Kali, you are established in eternal bliss. But when did you get this garland? When there is no world, no duality. So this is in the Brahman state. That's why it is Sadananda Mai Kali. You are Sadananda there, and when you are playing, you are also Sadananda. Your characteristic not has changed. That's why you see the mother's face always so peaceful. Even killing in the war situation. Rama, did you see the Rama's movie? Ramananda Sagar. That's the beautiful series. And there you see Rama, always calm. In whatever situation, he has no excitement. How? Sadanandamaya. The Sadananda for God, either it is in the manifested or in the unmanifest, it is always Sadananda. Oh Mother, you are Sadanandamaya Kali. Sadanandamaya Kali, Sadanande Manorama. So you are always there. Sometimes you hide yourself, sometimes you express yourself. So that's called Shakti and Shaktiman. The power, the Shakti, the power, and Shaktiman, he who holds the power. You cannot separate out. Can anyone separate out? A person, suppose you are a singer, musician. Can I separate out your music? Like, okay, this is your music and you are separate. Can I do that? No. So suppose you are an engineer. Your engineering skill, can I pull out of you and put it in the box, one place, and you stay over here? We cannot do that. So this Shakti and Shaktiman remains together. A person, very highly erudite person, sleeping, at that time, where goes his erudition? Is it gone? No, it is here, not manifest. The same is the question. The power and the owner of the power, they cannot be separated. That Shakti and Shaktiman are Abhed in Sakta philosophy. And in Vedanta, after the highest peak, when you negate, go to the peak, and then look down, then it's called Vijnanabad. It's a big philosophy, Vijnanabad. Vijnana means science in ordinary parlor. But Vijnana means Vishesha Jnanam. When you are perfected in your knowledge, then you go there, reach that flight, and see that everything is permeated with that. Then you don't see anything but Brahman. So, not anything but Brahman. But okay, that is the state, nothing but Brahman. But you come down again, what will happen? Again you see the world. What is good and bad and this and that, everything is there. But your vision is changed. You say it is all Brahman only. See, before ignorantly you are thinking that wave, where is the wave? Wave is non-existing. Ocean is the truth. But when you are ignorant state, ocean is not true. Waves are true. That's why they say that ripples and waves, they become prominent and the ocean is forgotten. The ornament, when you go to ornament, see, we go to see the, say anything, say cloth, the different fabrics. You are not seeing nothing but the thread. But no one talks about thread. They all talk about the design, the color, the design of the cloth or all the garment. So similarly, the constituent element is Brahman. You cannot deny it any time, you cannot remove it any time. It is all the time there, whether it is in the name and form manifested or not. So that's why it is said that name and form creates this diversity. But when you come down, again after that highest experience, you see everything is created, it is all, constituent element is Brahman. Constituent element is gold, with all gold ornament. Kathopanishad gives this example. Agnir jateikang bhuvanang pravishya rupang rupang pratirupa babhuva ekas tatha sarva bhutantaratma rupam rupam pratirupa bahishya. Agni as a fire, one fire. Jatha ekam, all the time becoming only one. Agni jataikang bhuvanang pravishya, entering into the world, means entering with the material things. Suppose you put some salt on the fire, how it takes the color. Now you put some, what you call the canola oil, its color is different. But the fire is the only one. So it said that when the fire is only one, color changes according to the color of the object, but fire remaining the same. Ekas tatha, that one. Ultimate reality is eka, only one. Tatha sarva bhutantaratma is sitting in the heart of every created being. Rupam rupam pratirupa bahishya. It has expressed itself in the outer form, only outer form. But it is the only truth. Truth is only the Brahman. Then he has said, Vayor jataikang bhuvanang. Similarly, they are using the Vayu, means air. Air, you put in a jar, it takes the shape of jar. You put a glass, empty glass, it is air is there, space is there. So, Akash also there. So, they take different forms, but they are not different. The name and form is making that difference only. So, this is the core message of Vedanta. They says that whatever, as in the calm water, there is no wave, but it cannot be said that there is no wave at all. How can you say there is no wave? If you say no wave, then out of nothing, something cannot come. That philosophy. Like magician creates something from the void and give you something we call magic. This is not magic. That's the difference between, Swamiji has discussed this in the Jnana Yoga lectures. It is not magic. Magic is that which is no existence but illusion and is created by the hand and gesture and posture and something like that. Trickery of the hand. But it is not. It is there. Something is there. Only it is my mistake. I am naming it differently. I am interacting with it differently. I am reacting it with it. I love it. I hate it. It is pleasing to me. It is displeasing to me. So that is the mistake happening. Because through the media of all our senses. So tatha jagat brahmani idam. In that similar manner, this universe attains the state of jagat sarvam idam shunna ashunna padam. It becomes in a state of empty, and another time it becomes non-empty. That means sometimes it becomes, this world of name and form is not dissolved, gone, when in samadhi. And sometimes it is when you are viewing it, it is there. So shunna and not shunna. Or shunna means not shunna, not void. Not void means positive, it is. So Vedantic term is negation. They don't say positively, because people will mistake it. That's why they will think that this is Brahman only. Our mistake is that if we say that this is Brahman, what happens? Only people will foolishly think, this, what I am seeing, this is Brahman. No. If you go to the beach and you say it is ocean, what is ocean? You are seeing all this is ocean. Okay. On the surface you are seeing the few waves and ripples, maybe billions, trillions for us. But think about the content of the ocean water. In reference to that, how much water level is ripple or wave or foam? It is, you cannot, if you say you are making a part, division in the total concept of Brahman. Brahman cannot be fathomed, unfathomable. Ocean cannot be fathomed. And you are talking about only surface, maybe 5 feet down the surface or 10 feet down the surface. Water is little disturbed and wave up come. But what about the 1 mile, 2 miles down the ocean? And now it is also limited. I am giving you the example of the ocean, meaning it is 2 mile, 1 mile, it is all limited. But compare with the surface, tiny surface of 10 feet, 20 feet, just on the surface down, and that water is churned and creating all these diverse forms. So similarly, the whole world is such. We are so charmed. Oh my God, this galaxy, the black hole, this, that, billions and trillions of such existence, no? What is this? It is nothing. It is like the same example. On the surface of the ocean, the ripples you are seeing only, but the ocean water content, if you feel, it is nothing in comparison to the total content of the ocean. That's why Purnamada, Purnamidam. So from Purna, for fullness. If you take out this ocean, top surface of the waves, suppose you get a machine, and you can take out all the ripple and waves of the surface of the ocean. Just make it out. What will happen to the ocean? Ocean remains the same. It does not have any change in it. So big. Ramakrishna gave the example. An elephant enters into a small pool. What happens to the pool? Water splashes everywhere. Boom, bam, and water is gone. Huh? And suppose the ocean enters into the ocean. What will happen to the ocean? He will get drowned. So this is the perception in which we are living, but we are mistaking that this is Brahman. Does not mean Brahman is this much. That's why Gita has a confusing word. Nachaham teshu avasthita. In me everything is there. Suppose the ocean, think about that. In ocean all the waves are there, isn't it? But I am not finished with the wave you see. You see only wave. You add all the waves. I am not that much. You cannot finish me in the manifested universe. I am beyond. So, very simple but very difficult concept to get it. Nachaham teshu avasthita. In me everything is there, but I am not staying in that. People say, hey, you are contradicting me. That spirituality is ultimately contradicting there. Because, but when you go to realization, this contradiction, all contradictions meet together. Swamiji said, there in Brahma Jnana, all contradictions meet together. Because there is all dissolved into one. So, when the manifestation is there, it is called the, you cannot say shun or shunno. You cannot say it is not there. It is there. It is not void. It is not zero. It is there. And this is solid. This is solid. It is here. And we are here. I am talking. I am here. You are sitting. You are here. Everything is there. But don't finish Brahman or God with this limited expression of infinity. That's why there is a beautiful letter written by Swami Vivekananda to Mary. Said, sister, you have misunderstood me. I didn't say everything is God. That is a wrong concept. Everything is not God, but it is God's expression. You are seeing God, but with the name and form and quality, you are recognizing it differently. So, when you see as Brahman, then that unity is the thing to be understood. It's a confusing idea, no? When in one sense it is everything is Brahman, this is Brahman, everything. Again he's saying, don't think that I am finished in this expression only. Unexpressed, unmanifest, turiya, Jagrat Sapna Susupti turiya, Sthul Sukshma Karan turiya, A, U, Ma, Bindu. These are different levels rising. You think that this much is the physical universe. Yes, add with that the subtle universe. Go to the causal universe and go beyond. All together, add all together. Ramakrishna said that you cannot say the world is all unreal in that sense. Vijnani angle of view. If you say this is not Brahman, then what you are doing? You are not weighing the total bell fruit. Bell fruit has the skin, the flesh, the seeds. Only when we eat, we don't eat the cell. We don't eat the, what is called the seeds. We cut it and take the flesh. No? This is bell. If you say so, you may say so. But you are limiting that weight of the bell. If someone weighs how much is the 1 pound, half pound, it will be little less than half pound. If the seed is taken out and the skin is taken out, only the flesh, that will be less than this. So if you say this world is not Brahman, then you are making that mistake. It will be ojone kam porbe. It will be, if you weigh what is Brahman, it will be less than as it is. So this is the concept. It is not Shunna. And you cannot say it is Shunna. It is void, and it is non-void. Got it? So it says again, in the calm water, you can meditate this way. Think of the ocean, calm water, there is no wave. Yet, it cannot be said there is no wave at all either. Now it is not here. That's why creation is in time, space and causation. In a particular period of time, Mahakala, eternal time. Eternal time, when that splits into time, in a particular phase, creation comes. So that is the waves coming up. But waves coming up, the same ocean is wavy. So calm water, there is no wave, but at certain point wave comes. So it is on page 348, bottom. There is no wave at all either. You cannot say, it cannot be said that there is no wave at all. Wave is potentially there, hidden there. We say that this person is very calm, and oh, he became so angry. Where the anger came from? Oh, anger was kept somewhere else and he has put it in his pocket then. Anger was there, it was hidden, and now it manifests. Similarly, this manifestation in the different name and form was hidden in Brahman. As the pillar, in the pillar, the image or the sculpture was hidden there. As in a marble stone, a Buddha was hidden, and the sculpting it, Buddha came out. Buddha came out means Buddha was there. So this world was there, world is there. But when it is not carved, what happens? No, there is no Buddha. So there is no world at a point when there is no time, space and causation. When it comes to time, space and causation, it becomes the world. And that is our interaction or transactional universe. But this transactional universe has no permanent reality. When you can go to the Turiya state, Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti, up to this far, the transactional universe is here. Particularly in the gross world, transactional universe, we know this is interaction, hunger, thirst, happiness, misery, cold, heat, all these are perceived here. This is transactional universe. It is true for us. And now in the dream also it is no different than this. This state and the dream state have no difference at all. Because now it is so true to me, in the dream also it is so true to me, when I go through that experience. And now go to the third stage, when all this manifested universe, my perception, my understanding, mon, buddhi, they are all getting merged into ego. Spring, I give the example, wrist was spring. The spring is pulled. This is now the waking state. Now, everything is here. Now, release it halfway. That is the, say, dream state. This many things are not here of the waking state. Some of the dream experiences, mind took up and he creates and imagines the vast universe. No? Now, that also release that. Then the whole spring recoils into one point. And that's very thin. That's the sukshma. That's why in the dreamless sleep state, we remain, but we do not know. I slept. I did not know. The I was there, And that's very thin. That's why there is no perception of the gross. There is no perception of your dream. But you are there. So now this is the range. From here comes this way creation. Release it, it goes to the unmanifest state. This is the unmanifest state. But this unmanifest state has no existence if there is no truth behind it. Whose manifestation? Unmanifest, you say. Unmanifest means what? Something not yet manifest. But what is that to manifest? That is Brahman. So that Brahman, unmanifest, which is Mahat Tattva. In Sankhya philosophy, very difficult sometimes, Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva means that state where there is no manifestation. And then that splits into 24 cosmic principles. So this Vedantic way, this unmanifest state, whose unmanifest state is this? That is the Brahman. So Jagrat, waking state, Swapna, spring. Remember the spring. Spring fully extended, now Jagrat, half gun or 3/4 gun, 1/4 or maybe 7/8 gun, 1/8. Only mind, others are not gone, all gone. Only mind remains in your awareness, and mind is creating the whole universe of your pleasure and pain and suffering and all these horrible things, good things, your God vision. Even that's why it's a vision. People have dream vision, no? That's also happening in the mind. Impure mind or pure mind? This is the pure mind that shows you God vision. Impure mind shows all the ugly vision. You have been attacked by so many people and you are trying to run away and it's chasing and you are hurting. All types of confusion there. But it is nothing, your mind only. So this good or bad, still there, same. Intensity is the same. And now let go of that, and then ultimately it remains in the unmanifest state. It's called I state. Panchakosha, 5 koshas, Annamaya, Pranamaya, the energy body, Manomaya, mind, Vijnanamaya, Buddhi, and ego. That's the last one. And just behind is the Atman. So that's why that is the pleasurable place. We all feel joy when we go to sleep. Samadhi sukh. We don't know Samadhi happiness, but we know deep sleep happiness. And then there is, everyone finds joy there. And if someone is disturbed, I am sleeping deeply and you disturb me, I will not like it. Because that is a good situation. I am very happy there. That is my Samadhi state. Available within our limit, available Samadhi. But when you go, really now you think, if unconsciously going there, you feel such joy, now your mind is alert. And your mind is alert, your intellect is alert, your awareness is there, and you're moving inside, and reach there and see effulgent light behind that shining light behind that Brahman, Atman, whatever you say. And that is called the path of Samadhi. Yogis go there, Brahma Gyanis reach there. But, Swamiji said, that state, Bahe matra ami, ei dhara anukhano, nahi surjo, nahi jyoti, nahi shashanko sundaro. Swamiji is describing how your mind moves from this visible universe to that Samadhi state. He is saying, nahi surjo. This is with the eyes you see the sun, the moon. Nahi jyoti, the light. Nahi shashanka sundara. This earth is not there, the sun is not there, moon is not there. That means gross is actually evaporating, gross, this jagrat. Then what? Nahi surjo, nahi jyoti, nahi shashanka sundaro. তারপরে কি লাইনটা? না সিধারা লাস্টে, That will be last stage. See, Asputo Manoyakashe. Now, you go to another state. When this physical universe is gone, now Sukshma Sarir, as there are three bodies I said, gross, subtle, causal. In the Asputo, then physical gone, in your mind, there appears Asputo. Asputo means feeble manifestation. Asputo Manoyakashe Jagato Sangsaro Bhase. এই তো ঠিকই আছে। I got the line. Asputo Mano Akase. In my mental plane. When you are dreaming where? In your mental plane, not in the physical plane. Physical plane means body is lying down, it is relaxing. No, body is perfectly okay. But your all experience happening in your mind, and not mind, now it is full awake here, but there is half awake, half sleeping, no? So then that mind, Asputo, Manoyakas in the mental plane, Jagato Sangsaro Bhase. There also the world appears, no? There is friends come, enemies come, car comes, food comes, beach comes, you can, everything comes over there, no? Asputo Manoyakase Jagato Sangsaro Bhase. Now you dive further, deeper. Gross, subtle, now cause. Then Swamiji says, Othe bhashe dube puno ahang srote nirantaro. There, in the ego is the last one. Body, mind, body, prana, energy body, mind, intellect. And that is, last is the ego. And that ego, these are puffing up and coming down, puffing up and coming out from the ego. That means we go to deep sleep, that's the ego level. We are staying in our ego level. And that when you come out of that, you come to the dream world, and dream world to the gross world. So, here he says, Swamiji says, that Asputo, in that unmanifest, Mono Akase, Jagat Sangsar, this world is floating, and Othe Bhase Dube Puno. It is sinking and rising in the plane of the ego. I. Now, Dhire Dhire Chayadalo Mahalaye Probeshilo. Now, this I was popping up from I, this world is coming up, dream, existence, this, that, and then that also stopped. And then what happens? Sedharao Baddholo. That flow is totally stopped. And as a result, Shunne, this chapter, what we are reading, Shunne, Shunno Milailo. In the void entered into the void. That means this universe, its existence, the dream universe, its reality, and my ego sense, I, all dissolved into Milailo. Milailo means vanished. And Abang Manas. Then what remains? Is it void? Swamiji said, I cannot say anything. Abang Manashago Charam Bojhe Pran Bojhe Jar. There remains a state which is beyond Bak, speech. Mana, mind. Abang Manashago Agocharam Bojhe Pran. But only it is to be understood by that person who have realized it. I cannot explain you. That's why all the scriptures become mute there. That Brahman state no one can say. Sri Ramakrishna, trying to explain the state of Brahman to his disciples, Sarvadevananda, Swami and others. And what he said? He is trying to say, when the mind comes up in the heart chakra, There you see. Bas. He cannot complete the sentence. Before that, his mind went there and he is gone. So you cannot express. Meaning, this absolute Sat Brahman cannot be expressed. So, Abang Manasa Gocharam. So it cannot be said Sunna. My point is that is related to this verse. Is this Brahman or this world void? Well, no. But it cannot be expressed. Abang, beyond Bak. O means opposite of Bak. Mana, where mind does not function. O mana, beyond mind. Or beyond buddhi, beyond your memory. Abang manasya gocharam. And is it then void? But this is the beauty of Vivekananda, because he is established in knowledge, no, and experience. He said, Abang manasya gocharam. Kintu bojhe pran bojhe jar. That means who has the capability to experience, only that person knows what is that. So, it is not void then, and you cannot say it is, because we ordinary people have no experience of that. Only the experienced person say, yes, there is something. And that they cannot say. That's the point. Is it Sunna or Ashunna? See how harmonious result is being given by Swami Vivekananda. Unique. This was a beautiful song. As concluding this chapter's last verse, Shunna Shunna Pada. This is the Shunna Shunna Pada. So, it then again, in calm water there is no wave, yet it cannot be said there is no wave at all either. In a similar manner, this universe attains the state of emptiness and non-emptiness in Brahman. That means when you are watching with your eyes open, you are seeing Brahman and nothing else. But you don't recognize it. What can you do? As we go to the beach and we are only looking at the ocean waves, but we don't think I am seeing the ocean. I may say I am going to the ocean, but actually in my consciousness is only about the ripples and waves. So we come into the world, we see only names and forms, ripples and waves. But it is made of one Satchidananda.
Swami Sarvadevananda, his lectures are saying that the only thing that you've ever seen in your life is Brahman. We think I have seen everything except Brahman.
Exactly so. Exactly so. We actually, truthfully, Vedanta teaches that you have seen nothing but Brahman. But we have seen only the world and no Brahman. Only the perception. Consciousness is that's why you call the shift. It is called the key. You are shifting your awareness. It is only shifting the awareness. This I am recognizing as stable. One day, if we can recognize it as Brahman in the form of table, bas, gone. Done. Only one point. Very subtle difference. Watching the same ornament made of gold, only to recognize God, gold in the form of the ornament. But we forget ornament as ornament. This ornament is better designed, that ornament is less designed. So, our focus is on design, exterior, but not on the content. So, Vedanta means, Shunna Shunna Pada means content, you are aware of the content. So, if you are aware of the content, you can say the forms are all zero. There is no form. Form it is a word only, but it is Brahman. In this similar manner, this universe attains the state of emptiness and non-emptiness in Brahman alone. So, in other words, if the waves were not there at all, then wherefrom would they appear? And the universe exists in Brahman, at the same time it is not there either. This means the existence of worldly characteristics and the total absence of worldly characteristics both exist in Brahman. The inner meaning is this: the universe perceived in Brahman in the phenomenal state, but from the noumenal and philosophical state, the universe does not. In an absolute sense, the world does not exist. But in a relative sense, phenomenal state, as you had transactional state, it is there. So this is the conclusion of the chapter 10. So we'll be, this month we have another 2 classes maybe, no? So 2 classes I'll revise this book, but a little bit to save, and we'll start the new book probably next month, and that is under preparation. That will be a big job for me to prepare the book and to supply that book and then to do the class. Huh? No question. Very good. No question anymore.
Maharaj, you said that book is online, right?
That is there, but is not translated into.
You translate in 1 month?
Eh?
Are you going to translate the whole book in 2 weeks?
No. Why, what is the need? We will read 5 verses.
Oh, I see.
See, if you get 5 verses, then that's enough for you. And I can manage 1 week. And then I go for another 5 verses, then another week.
One verse per week.
1 verse per week.
Yeah.
Then it can take my whole life. Okay, very good.
It's a good day to finish this one. It's the Kali Puja, Kali immersion.
Kali immersion and our nectar knowledge immersion. So we give it in the knowledge,
The
gone.
whole book is all about the ocean.
We should also get immersed in the knowledge.
Right, our knowledge also gone. That's all. Okay, so we can end here today, and almost 5 minutes are there. But if you have any question, 5 minutes, or you can. So we have
So
talked.
I have a question. You said that the dream state and the waking state are basically the same.
Same.
However, how can the fruits of karma here be more impactful than in dreams?
Yeah, but dream's impact also comes probably because dream is the impression. Say dream, in your mind it is happening, no? All these things, what is happening in your mind, it is creating some impression in the mind itself. But this is more because visible universe is there, mind is there, so it is more grosser manifestation. It is a question, mind is here, mind is there also. Mind is in your sleep also. But it is manifest, unmanifest in some degree. There is also unmanifest to almost zero, but not zero. If it is zero, then you have been Brahmagyani. Then you need not to do any spiritual practice. That will happen when one becomes illumined. The moment they illumine, their mind becomes totally extinct. We are hearing all the time. Mind is gone. But before that, mind is very subtle, little grosser, and this is the grossest. Because it is working to the physical body. So that's why our perception, when mind exists. So how to purify the mind, that is the major point. Mind should be annihilated. The chapter we have read. Manolaya. The annihilation or dissolution of the mind.
So is that the reason why you can only purify the mind in the waking state? Or you can...
Yeah, that is true. But when meditation time you do that, that's your only dream state. If you think your meditation as a dream state, what you are doing, look at that. In your meditation you go to dream state. In one sense, is it not? You are here, but you are not counting your chair, your seat, your surrounding, so even someone is putting plug, not to hear any noise. No? That means you are denouncing all the senses of the physical world. Now your journey is happening, look at that. You are trying to focus your mind into your inner realm. So you are only working in the inner plane, mental plane. And there also mind runs here, mind runs. That's your mental. There is no physicality. Your mind goes to Brazil, does not mean that your physical body has gone there. No, your body is sitting over here. But you are mentally acting. So in the whole thing is happening mental, in the mental world. But as the mind becomes purer and purer and purer, then it will be more of, not of the material thoughts will come there. What will come? Suppose you are meditating, you will think that one story, what happened maybe in Dakshineshwar with Ramakrishna, and how he was charged in Samadhi, how Hridaya is holding him. All this scenery, you will be living in more that awareness. From this awareness to that type of spiritual awareness in the mental world. There is nothing physical. Physically, if I stand there, you may feel that you have gone to Dakshineshwar. Your body is here, but you are not here. You are mentally, you are in that holy land. And getting there absorbed and absorbed and absorbed. Then what will happen? Mind is merging into some higher consciousness. And then that means you are off from physical, off from your subtle world also. When mind does not go in 100 direction, mind is focused in only one direction and gets absorbed. See, you are reaching oneness. Manifoldness is dissolving. Right? Oh. The same, our Anirban from Tokyo. Yes, mind is an obstacle. The question is, it seems that the mind is an obstacle to ultimate realization. Again, it is mind that helps us to investigate into Brahman. Is this of the same significance? Very good. We have read this in this book itself. It says, Mana eva manushyanang karanang bandhamakshaya. This mind is such, it can create bondage for me, and it can create release from me. Which is that mind which is attached to the world and worldliness, that is the cause of my bondage. That mind which detaches from this world and attaches to the divine, that is my friendly mind, mind leading me to come back to my own home. So yes, so the mind helps us to investigate into Brahman, true. That is the significance that we have to understand, that mind helps this way, that way. That's why we have to train our mind. Significance is, as mind can take me to heaven, and mind can get me to the hell. So what shall I do now? I shall try to go to that higher direction by training my mind. That's why spiritual life is training of mind. Whole Raja Yoga is training of mind. Mind control, mind mastery of the mind. All meditation, techniques, these are only for purifying the mind. So it is that is the mind. That's why entire focus, spirituality is only in the mental world. There is nothing physical. Mental world, I look at you, I can look at you as a person with all the faults and good, and I can also see it's a manifestation of my chosen ideal. He is the Lord sitting in everyone's heart. See, it's happening in mind. Externally, nothing. Externally, you are cooking the food for yourself, you are disgusted. Again I am to cook. But when you think I am cooking for God, I am doing for God. So you are tired, but your doing for God gives you spiritual boosting. So what is happening? Physical work is the same. Only the mental world. So mental is spirituality is in mind. With your attitude, with your action, everywhere. Mind plays the biggest role. And we should have to understand that and then help mind to take us towards the higher goal.
Also, action doesn't happen without a thought. There's always a thought which is prompting the action.
A thought. And thought happens in the mind. So it is the mind again. So thought is guiding us, but thought does not guide. Mind actually propels us, pushes us. Okay? Okay. Another question, Tripti. Not getting dreams, what does it mean? No dream state? No, no, no. Not getting dream means, I think it is sometimes maybe physically you are exhausted or your brain is overtaxed. So that time we feel as if you are still lying down in the bed, but you are not getting sleep. That's a call, in technical term, what they call insomnia. It's a problem of our physical body and also the tiredness of the mind and something else. So it is to be treated by a doctor. But also by good meditation. But good meditation, we don't have the experience of good meditation. Good meditation is good sleep. Our yogis don't need to sleep so much. We need at least 7-8 hours, no? Normally people. But as you practice more spirituality, you will find that 8 hours is too much. It can be 7 hours. 7 hours is too much. 6 hours. 6 hours is too much. 5 hours. So as you really find the inner peace, mind becomes peaceful, then dream, not getting dream is, you may not get dream, but you dream nobler dreams, happier dreams, spiritual dreams, and that will give perfect peace. So no more so-called sleep is necessary. Our physical frame, we are focused in the physical body, that's why we need so much rest of the body. But when the mind becomes raised into higher consciousness, the body does not, because our nervous system does not lose that much energy. Calm, all the nerves are calm and soothed. So that helps us. So not getting dream is to be treated. How we can do? First physically, and don't meditate much. Even sometimes no dream, if you meditate more, what will be the reaction I do not know. But with balance one should do. Next question, what is difference between prana and atman? It's a big question. Prana is the energy. Modern science has come to this, the truth up to this part, that everything we see is solid. There is no such solid thing. And they are liquid. There is no liquid, solid. There is no gases. It is go. It is all energy. Finer and finer and finer. And not too many energies. Electrical energy, mechanical energy, different names of different. But no, they are all one energy. And that one cosmic energy, that is the expression of prana. And prana, in me, how it is working? That's called prana. But this is not the wind. Don't think it is the wind intake and outtake. But the energy behind it is called the prana. That pro-on, which takes us, makes us move on into our life. When it stops, life does not move on. Life becomes dead. We call dead. So this is the prana. So prana is this, but what is the behind prana? That is called Atman. That is the cosmic consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is the ultimate consciousness, absolute consciousness. Satchidananda, Brahman, Atman, they are the same. But when it manifests through the energy. And science has gone up to the energy. Our Upanishad says, prana, that's a prana. That's a pranasya prana. Who is behind that prana? That energy. So it is the ultimate energy. Oma, it is increasing now. Acha, how best to teach the mind to concentrate on God? How best to teach this? We should read the lives of the great saints who have put their mind in God and got peace. Like realized people, their experiences, if we read, we get conviction. When we read Swami, Shivananda Maharaj's books, they're feeling, expressing in such firm conviction and saying, do this, Maharaj says, do this. That means they have experienced that. So we have to read those inspirational books written by experienced people. Buddha, read Buddha's life, read Ramakrishna, read Holy Mother, read Ramakrishna's Gospel, Holy Mother's Gospel, Vivekananda's works. That is the powerful thing. We have to get in the mind and then see they have concentrated their mind. And that is the process to take the mind in that direction. And that will help. And Guru will give you the mantra, practice that, that is done. Another question. Did I misunderstand what you said earlier? We need to the mind for spirituality, but we must also annihilate it for enlightenment. We are not to annihilate. What happens if we think, you got the question. He said, we need the mind for spirituality we need to the mind for spirituality. But practice, we need the mind. But we must also annihilate it. Yes, for this spiritual journey, you start with the mind. But at the end, you go over the mind. It is like the example, normal example I give, a satellite launching. It is necessary to give a boost. So one first bursting comes and the rocket is moved high against gravity. No? And at certain point you go, when it reaches, there another boosting. So this is the point. We must have to take the help of mind to make a journey in the spiritual life. But ultimately mind becomes beyond mind. Ramakrishna said, Shuddhamon, when the mind becomes pure by thinking of our divine self or God, what happens? Mind becomes God. Shuddhamon, Shuddha Atma, Shuddha Buddhi. The pure intellect, the pure mind and the pure Atman are all the same. So we need not to annihilate. I was reading Vedantic book, that's why I was saying annihilate the mind. That means don't pamper your mind. Handle mind strongly. You are beyond mind. Hey mind, you will have to listen to me. I am the boss. But in it happens. Boss is not respected. In many places it happens. So the Chela Chamundas, they get power. So that has happened. Mind has taken over us and it is making us crazy, run here and there. Okay, we say. So we'll have to make the mind understand, you are my servant, I am your boss, sir. So listen to me. And how? You can chastise it, lovingly say something, and put the mind into slowly, give some joy, give some honey in his mouth. Then he says, oh, it is honey. Oh, then it will go. So that honey is joy of spirituality. No? What is the manas and man? Manas and man are the same thing. How to realize Brahman in this life? Okay, we have talked about that in all our questions. We have to do our practice. We have to take help of our mind. Think of holy thoughts, noble thoughts. And go to a teacher, Guru will teach you how to meditate, pray, read good books, inspirational things, so that gradually your mind will be totally higher and higher plane. And then one day, when mind is perfectly pure, as I just said, pure mind, pure intellect, pure ego, the same as Atman, as Brahman. Okay? Okay, thank you all. So, we'll see you then again next. Tomorrow we'll see you in the 7:30 gospel class, isn't it? Sattvamananda Swami's class. Okay. So tomorrow you'll find Sattvamananda Swami's class, 2 classes. Hey.
Yeah.
Tomorrow in the 10:30 is the Kathopanishad.
Tomorrow we don't have Kathopanishad. No class tomorrow.
Morning. No.
Next week, meditation class.
Acha. So tomorrow is not announced?
Tomorrow there is no class in the morning, but at night we have gospel.
Okay. Gospel that will be given by Sattvamananda.
Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow will be that. Thank you all. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Thank you all for listening for years together. This book, where we have finished at least once. Thank you. But this book is never to be finished. It is you have to read and reread and reread, and then till you have the experience. Jai Ma.